No, God doesn't want us to be sick. Many of these things we inflict upon ourselves. You know, I'd like for you just to share something about this book when we first got it. Would you mind just?
That I read from here, and I had suffered with ulcers for 25 years. And I had them so bad that 9 years ago they threatened to remove 70% of my stomach because I had 4 really bad ones. And everything I took, all the medication, nothing did any good, you know. And this is what I was taking for 28 years, medication, nothing did any good. And when I started reading this book, I associated at first with my mother who had cancer 3 times in 40 years. And as I'm reading this, and they're telling you the type of people who get cancer and the reason that they get it, I started reading it and I said, oh my God, it's describing my mother to a T. And I started reading a little bit further, and I started seeing myself in it, you know, and I said, oh no, oh no. I did not. I was getting insulted because I said, it's saying that I caused my own ulcers, and I know I didn't cause my own ulcers. So anyway, I read a little bit further, and all of a sudden, it made me realize that all my life, I had worried and fretted about every little thing, you know. Just everything that had come along, I worried about. And all these worries were causing the ulcers. So Louis hypnotized me a couple times for it, and I started changing my perception. I started saying, okay, if anything really bad came up, I don't care if a family member got real sick or what, I'd start getting all worked up, and all of a sudden I'd say, wait a minute. Is all my worrying going to change the outlook of this thing in any way? And if it's not, I'm not going to worry about it. And of course, it's not. So I just said, Lord, I'm not. So now, when anything like that happens, I'll say, Lord, I'm not going to worry about this because I know all the worrying is just going to make me sick, and I'm turning it over to you, and I'm not going to worry about it anymore. And I have not had an ulcer in almost 6 years. I don't know what it is to have an ulcer anymore. No medication, nothing, no ulcers. And so it really is a wonderful book for anybody who has any kind of. Louis and I keep that book in our office. When someone comes in who is being treated for cancer, for any kind of real bad illness, we suggest that they read that book.